Hello and welcome to the Redmen TV, it's player ratings time. Before I get started, I've done it again, haven't I, in my match reaction? I've called him Alexander Oxlade-Chamberlain. I'm an idiot, apologies. So I'm here, I'm going to try and not call him Alexander Oxlade-Chamberlain anymore, but I've said it twice, so I'll probably say it a third time. Once more, with feelings, gentlemen and ladies, of course. So I'm going to start with the goalkeeper, for a change. It's Simon Mignolet in goal, and I'm going to give him a 7 out of 10. He made one really important save where it comes across him, and I think it's Jermaine Defoe, right boot, and he curls it round that man, and it sort of hits him on the arm, but he gets a strong arm away, and that's good. And then, the other one where Jermaine Defoe hits the post and stuff, sounds good performance from him once again. Absolutely no problems with that. The defence. I've actually considered these a little bit, definitely more than normal, because I have thought about marks for all of them. Joe Gomez for me was outstanding once again, and he impresses me every single time he takes to the field, and that's in an attacking sense, in a defensive sense. I don't think he's that far off as good as Trent Alexander-Arnold is going forward, by the way. I think he's really good going forwards, but defensively, he's so solid, he's so composed, he's so good on the ball. His feathers are never ruffled at all. I love him, lad. He's the best defender at the football club. I'm not having anyone saying otherwise. 8 out of 10. Degsy Lovren, 8 out of 10 again, both for his defensive performance and the fact that he gets a goal. Brave head on the ball after Firmino's little touch back into the box. Brilliant header from Degsy. Love that important goal as well. Ragnar Klavan, 8 out of 10. Thought he was solid again. And it didn't happen often, when Lovren and Klavan were drawn out and found out in space on their own, both of them covered each other really well today. Swapping places when they needed to, speaking to each other, talking to the full-backs. Really good defensive performance from the two centre-backs, and another clean sheet for the back four. Absolutely superb. Another 8 out of 10 performance. Going to give Robertson an 8 out of 10 as well. Thought he was dead good. So I picked up on this. It's not something I noticed first time when the first goal went in. But Phil Coutinho's run, if you're watching the highlights back, go and look at Andy Robertson's run. So I picked up on it like that. Showed us it during the highlights and stuff. Robertson, as he's supposed to do, legs it to get round the outside of Phil Coutinho, and it just draws, I think it's their fullback, or it might have been a centre-back, it just draws him out of position, opens up the centre of the pitch for Phil Coutinho to come back in on and get that first goal. Great run, not something he'll get a lot of credit for, but that's the type of stuff that we need, because what we've seen over West Brom and Everton is when Liverpool get a little bit static, when teams are playing against us deep, we seem to lose a lot of that movement. It was important that Robertson made that run for Phil Coutinho's goal. Other than that, outstanding performance for him, brilliant. Jordan Henderson, best game for me this season for Jordan. Been critical of him over the last few weeks. Thought Emre Can's been performing much better. First half, superb. That's the type of performance we need from Jordan Henderson. Nearly gets a goal from a 1-2 very, very early on. Nearly gets a goal from a 1-2 late on in the game as well. When Liverpool were tasked with just keeping the ball and knocking it round a little bit more second half, I thought you saw his influence wane a little bit, but really important interceptions, controlled that midfield with a combative performance, fouled when he needed to foul, passed when he needed to pass, looked for Mo Salah when he needed to look for Mo Salah, which is, by the way, all the time. Really, really good performance. Great to see Jordan Henderson looking like he's getting back into form. Hope he can keep that up now for the rest of the season, because a good Jordan Henderson is probably better than anything else that we've got, but a bad Jordan Henderson is not what Liverpool need from their captain. Gini Wijnaldum, from the three midfielders, I thought he was had the quietest game, so I'll give him a 7 out of 10. Did I give Jordan an 8 out of 10? I will do. Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, 8 out of 10 again for his performance on the pitch. 8.5, actually. I thought he was brilliant. Once again, winning the ball back out the pitch. Love the fact that he slides in, intercepts a ball and gets a shot off, hits the post. Just thought he was brilliant, sensational once again. That midfield role really seems to suit him. I always thought that he was a great winger, and I loved what Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain did in the centre midfield for Arsenal last season. I was a fan of him before Liverpool bought him. Everybody knows that. In fact, I feel a lot of pressure every time Ox takes the field because of that, because early on, like when he was getting stick and stuff, people were just looking at me like he'd do something bad, like, like when the stream goes down and it's your stream, everyone just looks at you like to sort it out, and they just stare at you like it's your fault. Alex Oxlade, I can't say his name, god damn it, the Ox, I'm going to have to just say the Ox. The Ox would do something bad in those first couple of games, and I just feel the three lads in the room look at me, Tom, Paul, and that, like, you said he was good, lad. I feel like everyone's coming on side now, and I'm really happy for him. And I say 8.5 out of 10 for his performance on the pitch. I'm going to knock him up to a 9 out of 10 because of what he did after the game. You know, intercepting once more. We've been through that. The interviewer, when he was handed his man of the match, Phil Coutinho, was asked questions about his Barcelona future. If you've not seen it on the Sky Sports coverage, about his Liverpool future, sorry, and possible move to Barcelona, Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain sees his mate there, sees his buddy struggling with a little bit of English and a little bit of what words he can say so he doesn't get himself in trouble. Ox steps in. No, not every hero wears capes. Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain stepped up big time. I clapped the telly. I clapped the TV. Anyway, Phil Coutinho himself, 9 out of 10, great performance, set the tone, superb, creative, skillful, wins the ball. It's just everything. That's just a complete performance from Phil Coutinho. Once again, I've extolled his virtue so many times over the years, and once more with feeling, as I've said before. Mo Salah, again, I'm going to give him a 9 out of 10. And for me, you know, it's a toss-up between Coutinho, Salah and Firmino for the man of the match, if I'm honest. These two probably just ahead of Firmino and Ox. I'm going to give it to Salah, not because of what he did with the ball at his feet, but it's what he does for this entire team. Like, you know, having that ball, and it reminds me of Leicester when they won the league, and Leicester, every time they've played Liverpool, where they just bash the ball into space, and they ask questions of your centre-backs and your full-backs, generally your centre-backs. Vardy would be there off Zinkworth and stuff like that. It just causes so much havoc all the time. Nathan Ake just doesn't know what to do with Mo Salah. Left-back doesn't have a clue what to do with Mo Salah. They're constantly on toes, and he's breathing down the neck, and you can hear the pitter-patter of Mo Salah's foot. And they just shit themselves every single time, and he does that so consistently. Every time he picks the ball up, first half, he's cutting back inside, he's cutting back inside, he's cutting back inside, taking them shots on, or trying to whip the ball into the box. And for his goal, right before half-time, you think, come on, let's get a third before half-time. He sets him up to cut back inside, goes past him on the outside, and then, because it's Mo Salah, he cuts back inside and then scores a goal, and that's fantastic. And once again, he's been an absolute difference maker for Liverpool today. Roberto Firmino, 8.5 out of 10, just brilliant. Again, you know, I complained after the West Brom game that I thought Liverpool were not brave enough in the pass, if I'm honest. And, you know, I like to see players play the ball to Firmino's feet, whether he's marked or not. Well, today we played the ball into Roberto Firmino's feet. When you play the ball into his feet, you play off him. He's looking right, he's looking left, he knows exactly what's going on. It might just be a little pass back, a little spin move, whatever. That's what Firmino does. And when you get him involved, our entire offensive game plan comes out to play, and we're able to just control and dominate that game, and it's all because of Firmino's work in the false nine position. Then we get to see Adam Lallana, who I think had a good first start. I mean, it's one of those little touches on the wing, and it's just absolute black magic, isn't it? At the end of the day, some kind of voodoo stuff going on there, like absolutely incredible. 7 out of 10 for him. Dom Solanke didn't really do enough to get a mark. Danny Ings exactly the same. So there you go. That's been my play ratings. I'm going to get into some of yours in the comments section before we go. I would bench Hendo for Arsenal game. Get Shannon, said Ashish Vipat. I'll tell you what, Henderson's played at a level there that was absolutely superb. And, you know, if he's playing like that, I'd play him against Arsenal, but I completely respect your opinion. What's your thoughts on Chan's future, said Zach Wiggins. I'd like to see Chan stay at Liverpool. I think he's very, very good when he's on form. I think he's been very good this season. Out of him and Henderson, I think Chan's had a much better season so far. I'd like to see him stay in this Liverpool side, because I do think he's one of those players that got a very, very high ceiling, and when he can cut out some of the maybe mental errors, he will be a top-class Premier League midfielder, nay, maybe even world-class. You know what I mean? With Mo Salah, there is no need to be upset, says Mr. Blue Skies. Ox, my manager, Matt, says CJH45. Momo the best, says Hayes M. Mix. Troops you know will cry about the Black Suarez, JLFC. That's, yeah, Troops is always talking about Sadio Mane, and we've rested him for the Arsenal game, so that'll be good as well. Robert Pearce, stop overrating Ox like you do with Firmino, Lallana, Wijnaldum and Gomez. Nah. Why is that, mate? Go ahead. Robert Perez, it was, he was asking me, just because I like players, what should I do? If I don't like them, do you want me to lie to you? Because I can tell you they're all shit if that's what you want to hear, but it's not what I believe. You can disagree with my opinions, but don't tell me what I can and can't say, buddy. Don't think it's a lie either, because it's not. I like these players because I've seen Liverpool sides. I'm 35 years old. I've seen us have some garbage on the wings and up front. Listen, Wijnaldum, when you go the game, and I'm sure you do go the game, mate, when you go the game and you watch Gini Wijnaldum put in a performance and you don't see that from the television view, then that's what it's about, isn't it? Gini Wijnaldum can dominate midfields, and yet still, when you watch games on the TV, you just don't see that, because here's the thing, when you go to the match and when you go and see a team week in, week out, you can pick who you're watching, you can pick who you want to look at and who you want to focus on. And here's the thing, you might be led by Sky Sports and what they're looking at, whereas at the game, you can look at whatever you want. But thank you for your comment. So there you go. That'll do me. The Oxford score against Arsenal, says Ben Shapland. There we go. Absolutely. I'd love that. I'd love him to come off the bench with 5 minutes to go and hit the 5th in a 5-4 Liverpool victory. Ooh, wouldn't that be nice? That's festive football for you. Anyway, don't forget to subscribe to the Redmen TV. Like the video if you did like the video. Comment below, and I'll see you next time on the Redmen TV.